Hi guys, and welcome back to part 12 of How to Terraria. So we've managed to achieve quite a lot so far in the last 11 episodes. We've defeated a lot of the pre-hard mode bosses, such as the Eye of Cthulhu, the Brain of Cthulhu, Skeleton Prime, Queen Bee. So the only one I actually want to beat now before we head off down into Hell and make our runway for summoning in the Wall of Flesh and entering hard mode, which unfortunately is completely irreversible, is the King Slime. So in order to do that, all we need to do is collect 30 gold bars and 1 ruby to make a gold crown. We then need to travel to a demon altar and use 99 gels and the gold crown to create the gold crown with the gel thing. I can't remember what it's called. And that will summon in King Slime for us to defeat. After that, I want to make a few adjustments to Cassidy Ben maybe, and then carry on with our elevator straight down. And if we have enough time, we'll explore some of Hell and see if there's any interesting chests down there with some shiny new gear in it, like new loot and new ores and things like that. It's very exciting stuff. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. So we're still playing as Akira with our set of shiny crimson armour. And we're still in Green Hill Zone, so we will start now. So yep, like I say, the first thing I want to do is head off to the crafting table and make ourselves the crown. Once we have the crown, we are then going to head off to the Crimson and use the one of the demon altars down there. Oops, didn't mean to do that. To make ourselves the thing. I really have forgotten what it's called. I did used to know this. So there's our gold crown, which is going to equip itself, and it will be like a vanity item. But it's not going to stay that way because that's not much use to us as a vanity item. So we've got Slippy with us again. Come on, Slippy, let's go. We're going to head off to the Crimson. If I can get out the door. And we are going to go and summon in King Slime, or Slime King, or whatever he's called. So we've still got our skull butt that we found in the dungeon in the last episode, which is an incredibly powerful magic weapon, especially pre-hard mode. You can get a lot better, however, but at the minute that will do me absolutely fine because it does an awful lot of damage, kills pretty much all of the surface enemies in one hit. And it's just quite nasty, really. So yeah, I'm liking that. And we're still using our I forgot what it's actually called, our sword that summons in stars from the sky. I'm not too fussed with these guys. I'm just going to quickly zip past them all because they're not doing any damage or anything, so it's not a problem. I'm just going to get to the Crimson as quickly as I can. I like how, as I'm saying that, I run directly into a slime who halts my movement almost instantaneously. Thank you for that, Mr. Slime. So at least now we know there is a demon altar down here, and it's a lot closer than running to the edge of the world and using the one at the bottom of the sea. So that is a bit of a relief. Unfortunately, I still have a bit of a cough, so you have to bear with. Now, the blood crawlers, when I was using the diamond staff, took about 4 hits. Now they only take 2. And there is our demon altar. Oh, there's loads, so we'll just pick any of them. And we're going to make ourselves the slime crown. Oh, yeah, the reason that's not working is because I have to unequip the crown and stick it in my actual inventory. So, yep. There we go. Yeah, it's just called a slime crown. There we go. Now, you can use that pretty much anywhere, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to somewhere where the ground's a little more level because he actually appears on the surface. And I don't think he can travel through any of the blocks like some of the other bosses can. So I'll just float around in the background and do what they want. The Slime King, unfortunately, can't do that, so we do need to be outside. And we also, I think, not sure if this is 100% accurate, have to be in a forest biome, not a jungle, or not a crimson, or a desert, or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it has to be a forest. So we're going to have to make our way back over there and summon him in, which will take us just a minute. Come on, Slippy, keep up. Oh, he got stuck, but it's okay, because he'll teleport across, because he's a magic slime. It's just a shame that he has to witness so many of his brothers being beaten down. But he's okay, he's a happy slime. That Snatcher wasn't here before. But like I said, with this, what's it called, this book? With the Masterful Book of Skulls, fortunately, it makes them not a problem at all. I don't think it matters what time of day it is to call in the King of Slime or Slime King or whatever. I think you can pretty much do it any time, so it doesn't matter that it's actually going dark right now. It's not the end of the world. This is kind of a flat piece of playing ground. Let's see if I can... Yeah, you can summon him in from here. I'm just going to have a quick look on the map to see which way he's coming from. I'm guessing he's coming down here. Nope, that's just two little slimes. Okay. Where are you? Is that him over there, maybe? Yes, here he is, the King Slime. So King Slime's not particularly difficult. I'm not killing him for any particular reason. He doesn't drop anything that's worthwhile that I can remember. Anything that we desperately need anyway. What he does do, though, is generate a lot of other little slimes. But as you can see with our skull book thing, he takes massive amounts of damage and he will be no problem for us whatsoever. And that is that. And he did actually drop something there, I just didn't see what it was. Thank you, Slippy, you were very helpful there in seeing off your own dad, I think it was. So, oh, what's killing me? Another slime. So he gave me 1 gold, and I believe, oh, he dropped ninja pants. Which I don't like. They kind of look a little silly. I like my crimson armor looking the way it is, so that is basically it. He didn't actually drop anything other than that, so never mind. So we're going to head back over to Cassidy Ben and get rid of this slime. And what I want to do is I want to build the floating island thing that we talked about in the last episode on top of the right-hand tower, if you want to call it that. Just a couple of things I need to do first. I need to go to a crafting table. I need quite a few ledges. So we're going to go ahead and make them now. We'll make about 22, I think I'll need. We're going to head up here. Oh, something else I did want to do. I've also, in between episodes, found a lot of heart crystals. So I'm going to go ahead and use them now. And bump us right up. Unfortunately, pre-hard mode, that is the maximum that you can actually use. But I believe when you're in hard mode, you can actually carry on using them and have an entirely new set, and they actually go gold. So there's something you might not have known. So I'm going to take out the materials that I'm going to be using. I'm going to take the cloud. I'm going to take the cloud wall. I'm going to take some rain cloud, just because I think it'll be funny. And what else did I want to put on? We need a table. And we need chairs, and I think that is about it for now. I'm not going to make it out of sunplate. I'm going to make the entire thing out of cloud. Hey, so you might not notice this, but this is different from last time. So there you go, there's something new. So I'm going to mine a hole in the ceiling. I just did that in the wrong bloody place, so I'm going to have to replace that mud block now. The one that I accidentally took off there. We're going to cover that with ledges. This is our mushroom based room, by the way, with its mushroom doors, mushroom furniture, background, blah blah blah. Sky dungeon themed room, which now has I think he's the clothier living in it, and our party girls living in the dungeon. So yeah, that's so far so good. So what I want to do here is I'm going to build a tower straight up made out of cloud. Stick some ledges in between. Did I actually put them down there? Yep, I'm going to stick some torches on the outside so we can see what we're actually doing. There and there. And we're going to build some more cloud. And on the other side, we're going to do 3 lots of these. And then we're going to put the torches on either side again. Would help if you equipped them though, wouldn't it? Finally, we're going to build this last little section here. And here, and fill that in with those, and finally some more candles. In fact, should we do one more? Well, I seem to have tons of cloud left, but no, I'm not going to bother doing one more. The reason being I might actually run out of cloud that I need to actually complete the room. So yeah, in fact, that's kind of wrong. I need to get rid of this lot of cloud here. Never mind, it fell, that one, but it's not the end of the world. And I want to get rid of that torch and move it further. When I say further down, I meant 1, not 2. 1 block. Stick another one there. Get rid of that one. That way, I can start building. I'm having no luck here whatsoever, am I? I actually picked the wrong type of cloud there and did that completely by accident. I meant to use that cloud. So we're going to start building our room across here. Come on, Slippy, you can help. And across there, and to make it look a bit more like a cloud, I'm just going to fluff it out a bit, no pun intended. Maybe put a little bit there. yeah, like I say, this is just for aesthetics. It's just to make it look a little bit more like a cloud. That'll do. And a little bit on this side too. And yep, I'm also going to do some little bits on here as well, so that kind of looks like it's not so rigid sort of thing. I can come back and change some of this later on if I feel the need to. Just need to get rid of that one because I didn't want that to be on the inside. And we're going to carry on by extending it just a little bit more. I've done it again! I've done it again! Bloody hell. Give me those thingies back. And I've also stuck a ledge there by accident. That's no good, is it? Wrong cloud. It's that cloud that I want to use. And that should just about do it. So we're going to continue all the way across. Like so. And down. And I'm going to have this room segregated from the rest. You're going to have to come up here if you want to come up to this room. And now we need the clouded wall that I've been trying to stick everywhere when I didn't actually need to. And we're going to go ahead and fill the background in. And this is going to be my room. This is where I'm going to stay. Nice and safe up in the clouds. Me and Slippy, and apparently, was that a cardinal or something? I don't know what that is. But we have a bird up here as well, which is all good. Continue doing the back wall. I hope I've actually got enough to do it. Only just. In fact, I think I might have missed a couple, but never mind. So I'm going to use the spare bits of cloud that we've got. So just pad out the sides a little bit again to make it look even more like a cloud. Just like so. I mean, that is a little bit too rigid, unfortunately. I need to sort of fluff it out a little bit, as it were. Get rid of that extra piece I don't need. In fact, that was the last piece we had. So, right, I'll have to get some more cloud from somewhere. But we do have, just for special effects, we have some rain cloud, which I'm going to stick. I didn't think about this. I'm going to have to go all the way bloody around now, aren't I? Maybe I should stick a door up there at some point, but for now I won't bother. I'm going to stick the rain cloud all along the bottom of this, and that will make it rain. Which, why can't I put a piece there? Is pretty cool, I think. So yeah, we now have one half rain cloud. And I'm going to do, if I can put that final bit, I'm going to do the same on the other side. Come on, Slippy, keep up. Yep, literally all the way along here. Because I ran out of cloud, I decided to do that a bit wishy-washy. That way it would look more like a cloud. Just want to stick a couple in that gap. That'll do, sod it. So we now have our cloud house. All we need to do is put the furniture in it and some light sources, and we are good to go. So we're going to put, just going to equip our table and chairs. I'm also going to get a bed from somewhere, but maybe not just yet. So we'll have our table there, and we'll have one chair. Just hit that bird by accident with the chair. Sorry about that. It is literally just a bird. It's not a cardinal. I thought it was, but it's just a bird. And this is going to be my room. All we need now is a bed, but unfortunately I've not got one of those just yet. So what do you think? Da-da! I could do with getting some more cloud and filling this bit in as well, but I'm not going to be able to do that right now, so never mind. So that is 4 of our themed rooms done. We also need a hell room, which I'm actually going to put below the ground here. Because obviously it's hell, it deserves to be below ground where hell would be. So far we've managed to defeat King Slime, and we've also managed to build my room. I'm going to put the little bits of spurs that I've got left back in the chest. So we don't need this cloud, don't need that cloud, and we don't need that. And also I'm going to get rid of the Undertaker because I'm not going to use it. One thing I do want to take, if I can remember which chest it's in, is the shadow key that we found. Unless I've accidentally got rid of it somehow. Right, that's not looking good. Right, well, not to worry. I can always see if I can make it into the dungeon and find another one. It's not the end of the world. Or at least just find where it is that I put mine. It's definitely not in my inventory. We had some gold keys, but that's just it, unfortunately. And with that spare coin, I'm going to stick that in there. We also have enough to buy the mini shack as well, which I will be doing at some point. Just not yet. So we're going to continue down our highway to hell, or elevator, or there's so many different names for it. You can pick whichever one you want. But that anyway. We unfortunately counted a bit of water last time, so I just need to get rid of that over here. Otherwise, the deeper you go, the deeper the water gets. It makes no sense whatsoever, but unfortunately that's the way the physics work in this particular game. So that should be that. Well, it should have been, but unfortunately because it's one deeper here, it didn't quite work like that. But when we get to the end of here, that should be the water gone. Yep, so I'm just going to fill in this side and carry on digging down. Loads of copper ore. Unfortunately, we don't need copper ore because it's pretty pants. Not much use to us whatsoever. We've found a bit of a cavern. If I'm lucky, I might be able to find some more hearts. I am still going to collect them if I do find them, because when I do enter hard mode, I need as many hearts as I can possibly get, because the bosses and even the enemies that you find just in the general world are far more deadly than they are now. So that's something I need to carry on doing. Just gonna have a quick look in these caverns at the side of me to see if I've gone past anything. It doesn't look as though I particularly have, so we're just going to continue going down. I'm going to try and use torches as often as I can, because it's not very interesting to stare at a black screen, which is pretty understandable. More copper, don't actually need you. Stick some more torches down. I think that was a slime. I'm not sure what that was that just landed on my head, but ow. Have another quick look at the map. So yeah, so far so good. We've not come across any particular hazards, unlike the first one I did, where I keep coming across lava and all kinds of other stuff, which impeded my process quite a lot. So yeah, so far so good. They look like topaz stones in the thingy there, but I think I've already got some of them, and I don't particularly need them anyway, so I'm just going to leave them be and carry on digging down. Sorry about that, there was a bit of a... My control pad decided it wanted to disconnect, I think. It just started flashing and I was wondering why. It can't be that it needs new batteries, because I only put some in just before this video. So yeah, just going to carry on digging. Keep on digging, keep on digging. We should probably make up a digging song. Diggity diggity dig dig dig, we're going to dig dig dig. But no, we're not going to do that, we're just going to carry on digging. And it looks as though I'm going to come into an area where I've already actually been. But that's not the end of the world. It just means that I might not have to mine as much as I thought. Just keep digging, just keep digging. Diggy, 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 dig, dig, digging. Oh, fall through the floor. So we've got a small cavern here. I want the highway to hell to be pretty straightforward, because the more twists and turns there are, the more likely to actually land on things you are, and we will be traversing between hell and the overworld quite often. So the best thing I can do is make sure that it's one direct drop and there's not too much messing. Why can't I build the... I wonder why that is. That's kind of strange. It wouldn't let me dig mine there before, but it will now. Never mind, we'll carry on. Just keep digging, diggy, 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 dig, dig, digging. So yeah, I realise this is incredibly boring to watch, but unfortunately it does need to be done, because hell is the destination for the Wall of Flesh, which is without a doubt the hardest pre-hard mode boss there is, as you would understandably think so. Once we've defeated him, assuming that I'm actually having enough resources, enough defense, and enough weapons to actually do it, we'll be catapulted into hard mode, where the first thing we'll need to do is make our way back to the Crimson and start destroying some of the demon altars using a very specific hammer that you actually get from defeating the Wall of Flesh, which is called the Pawn Hammer, or PWN Hammer. That is used to destroy demon altars, and once we've started destroying demon altars, it actually... Oh, we've got a witch doctor. Once we've started destroying demon altars, that alters the ores that are in the world and gives us certain ones that you wouldn't normally get. Have I run out of torches? I think I have. I have. It's alright, I brought a spare stack, so we're okay. Right, so in order to get rid of this water again, I'm going to have to fill this section in as far down as I can. and that one too. And I'm going to mine down a couple and have a look on the map, and there's a cavern right next to us, so I'm just going to mine my way over to that cavern and let that water out there. Otherwise it'll be in the way for the rest of the video, and that's not good. I'm going to stick a torch up here so I can see how far I've got to go. Not too far really, it shouldn't take us a minute. Provided I stay on the same level this time, unlike I did last time where I ended up all over the place. Just keep digging, diggy, 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 dig, dig. Must be nearly brought through by now. Nearly, and there it goes. Bye bye, water. Hello, bat. Unfortunately, the fact that I went one extra down there, it means that I'm going to have to do an extra layer to get rid of that last bit. It makes no sense, like I've already said, but unfortunately, the more I dig down, the more water will be a constant pain in the bum, because it will get deeper, even though it's the same body of water. Like I said, that makes no sense whatsoever, but unfortunately that's the way the physics work in this game. And now that that's all cleared up, we're going to continue down a elevator. Just keep digging, just keep digging. I'm going to have a quick look on the map and see, yep, there's pretty much nothing stopping us from going down now for a while, which is good. Oops, didn't mean to put that torch there, but never mind. Just keep digging, just keep digging. So yeah, a couple of things to note about hard mode is that once you're there, as I've already mentioned, there is no coming back. There's no way back from hard mode once you've started it, and that starts immediately after you defeat the wall of flesh. There is loads of extra bosses in hard mode to defeat, mainly mechanical versions of the bosses we've already seen. For example, we didn't actually see the giant worm thing that actually lives in the corruption, because you either get the corruption or the crimson in a world. You don't get both, and we had the crimson, which means we had to fight the brain of Cthulhu. In the corruption, and if you get the corruption, you actually have a boss that's a giant worm. It's incredibly easy to beat though. He's quite slow, his attacks are very, very telegraphed, and he's incredibly simple to beat. And in hard mode, you have to beat a version of him that is made of, well, it's metal. And you use something called a mechanical worm to summon him in, and he is a pain in the bum to beat. Also, the Eye of Cthulhu is replaced with a mechanical eye, which you use to summon him in. And you have to destroy the twins, which is two eyes. One of them concentrates on melee, and the other one's firing lasers at you the whole time. Again, incredibly difficult unless you're well equipped enough to actually take them on. Which is something that we'll see a little bit further down the line. But as we're nowhere near that level yet, we're not going to be seeing him. There is also a few other bosses. There's Plantera. Just trying to think of the top of my head. Skeleton Prime, which is definitely a hard mode boss. I think the first skeleton version is just called Skeletron, but the second one is actually called Skeleton Prime or Skeletron Prime or one or the other. And he is incredibly difficult to beat too. There's also a couple of seasonal bosses. I can't think what they are. I do remember seeing one on the iOS version that was particularly funny. It was actually a Christmas turkey, and he was called Turkor. But I've not played the iOS version for a while, because unfortunately when you're used to playing it on Xbox or PC, you get so used to the control pattern that when you try and play it on a touchscreen device, it makes it nothing more than just a pain in the bum, because you can't do the stuff that you could have done before anyway. So I didn't make it too far into that before I gave up, and that was based solely on the fact that I could not stand the controls. Even though they do work quite well for a mobile version of the game, and the iOS version, unlike the original iOS Minecraft, it was pretty much intact, and it had its own unique bosses and unique stuff in it as well. So they did a particularly good job with that. Not to mention it was dirt cheap as well. It wasn't particularly expensive either. So that's good. Just going to quickly replace this section of wall, and we are going to continue digging down. I'm just trying to think about anything else in hard mode. Also, once you do get to hard mode and you start destroying the demon altars, it can actually change some types of the world into different types. For example, the last time I did it, it actually converted one of the jungle regions into like a magical wonderland, and it had pixies flying around and unicorns chasing after me and stuff like that, and it was particularly fun to make my way around. And they drop souls of light and souls is another thing we need to talk about as well. There's so much to this game, it's ridiculous. I'm just trying to make conversation while I'm still digging the elevator, because unfortunately it's pretty boring. So yeah, there's different kinds of souls. There's light souls, dark souls, and there's quick nod at the Dark Souls games there. Quite a few different ones, and you need them to make specialist items, which again is something we're going to look at a little bit further down the line. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to figure out where the hellhole continues, elevator should I say, and we're going to continue down. Fantastic. And I just realised I just locked myself out. Oops. So I'm going to have to break through this little bit here and quickly replace it. Can I make it over far enough? Yep. And I'm going to do the same on this side too. This time I'm not going to lock myself in though. So he says. And unfortunately we found a load more water that we're going to have to get rid of somehow. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Bloody hell, you build more than one block at a time. In fact, I think if I just dig across here I can get rid of it right now. Only one way to find out. So yeah, thanks for bearing with us on this these episodes, guys. Like I say, I do realise that it's not particularly fun to watch me trying to build this elevator, but you do need to know how to do these things if you're going to play Terraria for yourself, because these are things that you're going to have to do. And when I was trying to do it myself, I knew nothing about the game. I didn't even know anybody else that had even played it, so there was nobody I could even ask. And a lot of this stuff I just had to figure out for myself, and believe me, that made it so much more difficult than it is when you watch tutorial videos and things like that. But I like to think that I've done it all myself, much like I did with Minecraft. I didn't actually realise there was an end game in play until I looked it up. But unfortunately, Minecraft's a bit of a mysterious one, isn't it? So there is actually a way to finish that. And if you're interested, if you check out my channel, which is youtube.com/the A1 Hardcore Gamer, and 1 is a numeral, not spelled out, you'll be able to see exactly what you need to do there, because I've actually done a video about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any Minecraft videos on behalf of Outbound Projects, because it's a relatively new channel. I'm just trying to stick to the same criteria for now. Myself and Nick, he will be uploading videos that are in and about CSGO, Counter-Strike. If anybody's interested in that, you should check them out on the channel. He will be uploading every Thursday and every Friday, I believe. And, you know, keep an eye out for those. We also have a space for somebody we want to take on for admin. Not necessarily admin, we also need them to be directors and editors as well. And we're trying to get a few of us uploading videos constantly, so there's always new content available for you guys to watch. So stay tuned for that, and if that's the kind of thing you're into, by all means you need to start subscribing so we know we're doing stuff right. At the minute I don't think we actually have any subscribers, and we've got 11 videos. So it's just helpful for us to know that what we're doing is interesting, and also if it's not, tell us why. You know, if you have any suggestions, that's what it's there for. By all means, get in the comment section, do it right now if you feel like it, and let us know what you want to see, and we will try our best to do it. And I've just used a potion by accident. Oops. So I'm just going to quickly mine these 2 blocks out, mine this across, and then I think, unfortunately, that's a hell of a way to go. I might need to mine a bit further. But we've made a lot of progress. Look how far down our elevator goes already. So there's not much further to go now, to the bottom of the screen. And that is where hell is. So I'm going to leave this episode here. So from myself, the A1 Hardcore Gamer, and our guide, where is he? He's out on the patio, on the sunroof, veranda, whatever you want to call it. From our guide, Harley, who says, I'm here to give you advice on what to do next. It's recommended that you talk with me anytime you get stuck. Well, I will indeed do that, Harley. Thank you very much. So for myself, Slippy, and the guide, and everybody here, we will see you in episode 13. Is it episode 13? Yep, episode 13, where we're going to continue the elevator. In fact, I'll do that in between episodes because it's boring. So I will finish the elevator and we will go off exploring in hell. But for now, I'm going home. Oh, and I forgot about you. He's a witch doctor. Should we see what he sells? He sells imbuing potion station, which is what you use to make potions, amulet flasks and things like that, and a blowgun. Allows the collection of seeds for ammo. Happy days. He's a very strange looking one, this one, and I think he's moved into my Sky Island. But never mind, what can you do? We'll see you in the next episode, guys. I've been there on Hardcore Gamer on behalf of Outbound Projects. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.